What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel. So we got a pretty exciting unboxing here today. We're unboxing the June releases from Umbrella Entertainment. The always awesome, incredible Umbrella Entertainment. Look at this box, guys. I'm pretty excited. This thing is pretty damn massive. I'm pretty sure one of the releases in here, I can't remember the title of the film, but I know it's an Australian like outback horror film, and I'm pretty sure it's like a super like special edition with like different like things with it, like extras and things like that. I think there might be like a beer glass or something. So I'm going to be very careful when I open this because there's glass in this box. But before we get into it, guys, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to be unboxing everything over here at the table. You know, because it's just easier, guys. I'm sorry. I used to do the nice in-depth boxings, overhead camera. But the stand I have, it's just not very good. My camera's always popping off. It's always a mess. I'm gonna figure a situation out though where it's a little bit better. But until then, we'll do the unboxing here live. And this isn't live; it's pre-recorded. In front of the people. Oh my goodness, guys, we got this nice. Like usually they bubble wrap the shit out of this stuff, and now it's in this like mesh packaging, which is cool. I'm not complaining. I don't like always love the bubble wrap, but yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff in here. Okay, let's slap these on the table, and I got to get the other stuff out. Maybe I'll wait. Throw this over here. Yeah, there is a glass in here. There's some other stuff as well. Okay, and there's a T-shirt. I'm always happy to get a T-shirt. I guess we can start with it. Let's just start with it. All right, so we've got, and these are all June releases. I'm pretty sure all of these are still available on the Umbrella Entertainment website. I will link it down below. I will link every single one of these down below. Now, there's usually standard editions. You don't have to get these. You don't have to get these like super like premium box sets. But guys, look, Umbrella, they are quality. Okay, they are quality. These box sets are some of the best out there from like any boutique label. Like they do some of the best work. The first one that I've got to show off, guys, is Wake in Fright. And I've never seen this film. And to be completely honest, I had never heard of this film before it was announced. Now, if you're in Australia, like this might be a classic. This might be like your Halloween or something. I don't know. Because I remember people making like a big deal out of it when it was announced. This is honestly, this is a different type of packaging too. Like this is some kind of a... this is some kind of like plastic slip cover over the box set that's like a different color, I think. It's kind of strange. All right, so look at this, guys. Wake in Frights. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can get a better look at it. But yeah, this is a colored slip cover. Is this supposed to be like beer? Is that what because it kind of looks like a beer glass or something. But you take this off. There's nothing else out here. It says that on the back as well. But you take this off, and then you got this nice premium box set. You got the front, you got the back. I'll zoom in on the back right there. This thing is loaded, guys. And I mean, look, guys, there's people that I'm sure in the comment section will be like, I don't need like 2 books with my release. Just give me the 4K, please. That's fair. That's 100% fair. But if you are somebody that needs 2 books with your 4Ks, Umbrella's got you covered with this release. There are 2 books in here for Wake and Fright. I don't know if one of them's like a novelization or what, but you got art cards. The first book is the novel, Wake and Fright. I always think that's super cool, though, to like put a novel, because books on their own will be like $15, $20 sometimes. So like to me, that adds like value when you put a novel in there. Now, this isn't very thick. Like doesn't seem like it's a very long novel. Maybe more like a novella. And then we've got Welcome to the Outback. And these are both hardback books, guys. These are incredible. This is Welcome to the Outback. You got the front, you got the back, and I guess this is just a bunch of essays on the film inside and stuff like that. Maybe the script. Yeah, looks like you got the script in here as well, maybe, possibly. But That's pretty cool. 50 Degrees in the Shade by Peter Galvin, April 2024. So yeah, this, you got some essays on the movie inside. You got plenty of images and stuff. Just a lot of, if you want to know everything there is to know about Wake and Fright, like these books are going to give it to you. All right, guys. So yeah, let me know in the comment section, like, is this a classic? Do I need to watch this ASAP? Maybe do a review for it? I will. Wake and Fright right there, guys. Look at that. Look at the back. What is going on here? Open this sucker up, and yeah, this is, did I mention this is a 4K? This is a 4K of Wake and Frights. You also got what looks to be a coaster of some kind on the inside, which is pretty cool. And then you have a poster. There's a lot of stuff in here, guys. There's a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Bam, bam. That's pretty cool. Now, that's the Blu-ray as well. You're going to have the Blu-ray in here. Now, keep in mind with Umbrella, they're going to tell you that the Blu-ray is Region B, and it very well might be. But I can tell you that 99%, probably 100% of all the Umbrella Blu-rays, I think every single one, that I put in my regular 4K player has worked just fine. I've never had to use my Region B player to play an Umbrella Blu-ray. So I'm sure that's the case here. I'm sure you'll be fine just to play this on your regular 4K player. And I'm sure all the special features are on the Blu-ray disc. Maybe they put it on the 4K, but I'm sure they're on the Blu-ray. I mean, look, Umbrella hasn't been like completely knocking it out of the park in terms of like their movie selection this year, but like some of their releases have been incredible. Like the fall release, I didn't love the movie, but the release itself was amazing. I really enjoyed Shudder. That 4K was great. And you got, what was the one I reviewed? It was like the, God, I forget. It was like The Wrong Turn, like set on an island. I forget the name of it, but I reviewed the damn thing on the channel. But they've had some good stuff. They've had some solid releases this year. I just don't think they've really been like exciting people with some of the titles that they've been picking is the only thing. But you got a nice slipcover on here as well. So that's pretty damn cool. And then lastly, guys, well, not lastly, because we got other stuff to go through with this title. We got some art cards. I don't want to spoil the movie by showing off the art cards, but there you go. There's a taste. There's a taste of the art cards. All right, so let me put this stuff back in the box. The quality here is like crazy good. Like these are hard box guys. I like to beat them to death just to drive home how quality the box sets are. I'm gonna set this to the side. It's starting to irritate me. I also got a t-shirt. Let me show off the t-shirt for Wake and Fright. Look at that. That's snazzy. That is snazzy. That is something you could wear out to the club, you know, dancing, drinking. Oh man, awesome shirt. What is that? Oh, it's an obscure Australian, 70s horror classic. Right on, man. Right on. But Wake and Fright, the t-shirts, looks pretty badass. Then I got, I don't know what this is. 2-up game. This is some kind of a game. I don't know what this is. I don't even want to take it out of the package because I feel like everything's going to fall everywhere. But if you can make sense of this, let me know in the comments section. It's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. And then lastly, we do have a glass. And it made it to me all the way here in Kentucky from Australia. And I don't think I see a crack. I think it's intact, which is pretty impressive. So that's cool. I'll definitely, I can drink out of this before I go to the club in my Wake and Fright shirt. That's what we do. And I'll bring the game. So we have some games to play in the bar. Do people play games in bars anymore? I haven't been to a bar in like 20 years. Well, 20 years ago, I wasn't 21. So I guess 17 years, probably. But there you have it, guys. That's the glass. That's the shirt. And let's move on to we'll save this big bad boy for last. Let's get into 10 Canoes. And I know nothing about 10 Canoes. But I mean, it looks pretty cool, you know, and I'm sure that there's 10 canoes in the movie. I mean, there has to be, right? That would be false advertising if there wasn't. All right. So nice box set. You got some stuff on the back there as well. This is a Blu-ray release. The characters in the canoes on the back are, it's spot glossed. So that's pretty nice looking as well. And I like how the box just kind of gives that real like outdoor setting and aesthetic. That's neat. You know, let me know about this movie. Nice slipcover. I like the greenery on it. It's very nice. And let me know about 10 Canoes. I'm curious. I'm curious. You got a poster on the inside as well. I don't feel like Umbrella does a ton of... Maybe they do. But I don't feel like they always do posters. And that's 2 posters in a row. So guys, the reversible cover art on Umbrella, if you don't know, if you don't like these, you know, overseas, if you're in the States, if you don't like these, you know, overseas like ratings labels, you can flip the artwork and you don't have to have that. So they make it American friendly because they know we don't like that over here. They know we don't like that. And I am seeing that they do have the new Umbrella logo on here because Umbrella just changed their logo. I think like, I want to say it was a month ago. And it's already on here. So that was fast. It's pretty fast. We've also got behind the scenes experiences and art. A nice little booklet here, which is pretty badass. And then, guys, wait for it. More art cards. Look at that. More art cards. Holy crap. I mean, is this an Australian film as well? Let me know in the comments section. Let me know. Are these Aborigines on their 10 canoes? All right. We're going to put this on the ground on top of Wake and Fright, and let's move into The Waves of Madness. This looks like some kind of a Lovecraftian film of some kind. Some kind of Lovecraftian film of some kind. I'm great with the analysis, aren't I? Oh my goodness. Nice little card on here. Nice little J card. So that's cool. Take off the J card. All right. Nice little slip. There's something on the ship. Oh, is this like a pirate movie? Maybe I got this all wrong. Is this like the lighthouse or something? This looks pretty modern. Who's in this? Inspired by classic side-scrolling video games and the timeless black and white terror of the 1930s monster movies, The Waves of Madness is Jason Tross. Oh my God, the guy that did the FP films. Oh my goodness. Heartfelt tribute to the legacy of horror and a beacon looking at its future. I gotta watch this now. This is 2024, so this was recently. Those FP films were freaking insane. They were insane, but they were a lot of fun. So I'm gonna have to check this one out if it's made by the same guy. But yeah, Umbrella did an entire FP box set, I think at the end of 2023. This was about 2 years ago now. But that's pretty cool. Did I show off the stuff inside? God, I'm losing my mind here. Yeah, you got a disc in there, guys, and you got a booklet. Why did I almost miss that? And you got some behind-the-scenes stuff. That's a very small booklet. But there you go, guys. I apologize. The Waves of Madness. Yeah, I got to check that one out. I'm curious. And lastly, guys, this is the big bad boy. We've got the new Extremity collection. So this is full of French horror films, I'm pretty sure. And a lot of these have... almost said Umbrella. A lot of these have Second Sight releases. I think a lot of these have Second Sight, maybe not 4Ks. One of them has a 4K. One of them does have a 4K. And one of these movies I love. But, so yeah, this is about as extreme as it gets when it comes to horror, like at least from what I've heard some of these movies. Um and I have not watched any of these but High Tension. But look at this box set. Like it's kind of reminds me of the Hell House box set a little bit. The way it's laid out there. You know, you got all the films. They don't have slip covers. They're just in there in cases. But it's very, very cool. Nice packaging, nice aesthetic. You take out that card. And you got some, what was that, handcuffs? Shackles on the back. All right, let's pull all these out. I don't think I'm going to be able to show these in depth. There's some images, some very raw images on this box set. I'm not going to lie. Let me show off this the cards first, if I can. We got a couple for Frontiers, which Frontiers does have a second side release that I do own. Then we've got Martyrs, which I cannot show this card right here, and I've heard insane things about Martyrs. I've had the Umbrella edition of that because they did a Blu-ray that I've steered clear of it for a while, because I wasn't sure if I was ready to jump into that. Then we got a nice card for High Tension. High Tension's great. I love that movie. It was Alexander Aja's one of his earlier films, and he's the guy that did The Hills Have Eyes remake, and then he did the Piranha remake, Crawl from a few years ago. Like, he's done a lot of really solid horror films. Then you got I think this is another card for maybe Frontiers. This one's got all kinds of naked people on it, so I can't show it. Switchblade Romance, another High Tension card. And then you got another one for Martyrs that I can show here. So there's the cards. And then we got a High Tension case right here, Blu-ray case, which is badass. I mean, look, I love High Tension, so I will never complain about getting another like edition of High Tension in the collection. And this may have like a special feature that the other one doesn't have. But these are really cool posters, though, on the inside, reversible. So I don't know if all these are going to have reversible posters. You do have what looks to be interior artwork in here as well. So that's pretty cool. All right. Then we've got a movie called Anatomy of Hell. And I think this is the one that's got a lot of naked people in it. And I can't show that. I apologize, guys. But yeah, naked people just right inside. Right inside. But there's the disc. There's the disc. I haven't seen that one. Let me know about that one. I haven't even heard of that one. Then we got Frontiers, which, like I said, I got this. But the second side edition is just a Blu-ray. So this is probably the same quality-wise. But nice set right here. Let's see. Looks like you got video essays, audio commentaries. Let me see if there's anything new on here. There's a 2003 documentary on High Tension. Yeah, I would have to compare this. It might be worth comparing this to the second side edition. But that's the back for Frontiers. So, very cool. And then this one is Martyrs. I need to check this one out. Because, again, I've heard such, like, batshit crazy things about this one. I apologize for the glare, guys. I got to fix that at some point. And then you got a nice booklet, which I'm not going to bother to flip through because I don't want to accidentally hit some naughty images. But it's a hardback book, which is very nice. Just all kinds of writings on each one of the films inside. I will say they do have a volume 2 of this announced. This is volume 1. Umbrella's pretty quick. Like when they do a volume 1 of something like the Full Moon box set, we already got a volume 2 of that coming, I think. Maybe next month. It might be July that's coming out. Or maybe it's August that's coming out. But yeah, they've already got a volume 2 of that coming. This one, they've already got a volume 2 announced. Ozploitation is getting ready to come out as well. I think I actually got that one shipped to me already. And that's volume 3. So they've done like 3 of those in the past like 2 years. So they get stuff done over at Umbrella. So you gotta give it to them for that. But yeah, really nice box set right here. New Extremity collection. I think all these are French films. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. But there you have it, guys. That's it. That's the Umbrella entertainment unboxing for the month of June. I'm only a few days late, or who knows when I put this out. Maybe I'm a couple weeks late by the time I put this out, but hopefully I'll get the July stuff in soon and I can get that out before the end of July. But thank you all so much for watching. I may review some of these, you know, at some point. I think the best bet is probably Wake and Fright. You could maybe expect a review for that at some point in the near future. But again, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Remember, I'll have these linked down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.